Well,
Likewise,
Raymond,
myself. Yeah.
thank you for coming back. I am not sure. Guys on the live, let me know if you can see the boss administrator, JFF Senior Vice President, JOA Director, businessman, the man that makes his money from sports. Let me know if you can see him quite clearly. Just let me know if you can see quite clearly. All right? Welcome, everyone. All right. Mr. Anderson, Raymond, we have to welcome you in the Money Matters way. Okay, Yannick said, everybody said they are seeing you. And take this away. We need some freedom, my brother. Listen this.
You have to play Jerusalem, man, if you want me to dance.
All right, I don't want you to dance. What I want us to be clear about is that we're getting some freedom in the business of sports.
Yes,
we're getting some freedom.
Yeah,
the sports minister announced it over the weekend that we are coming back. We're going to get some freedom. So that was Waving the Flag by K9, and that was played during the 2010 World Cup. It was like an anthem. So you know it?
Yes, man. 2010, I was there.
All right. Good, good. So he was singing about the freedom and the fire and everything, right? So we're drawing close to freedom, Mr. Anderson. And especially in Jamaica, where sports, sponsorships, activities, everything that surrounds sport was basically non-existent. Even your income is affected by no sports. So what do you have to say? And tell us about Raymond Anderson a little for everybody that is joining.
Raymond Anderson is I would say former president of St. Mary Football Association for some 27 years. Yeah. And
Can you repeat?
Yeah, for 27 years. And at the Jamaica Football Federation on its board for over 30 years. And
no chicken. This man is no chicken to sport administration.
I serve a lot. You know, football is my life. Eh?
Okay.
Right. So that's the bottom line. Football is my life. You know. And I just said I actually, one of the beauty about football and our sport, you know, you actually earn from something that you love. That's really your life.
You're earning from something that you love.
Yes.
Well, I have to make that one of the takeaway. Earning from something that you love. So this reopening of the sports, what does it mean for you and other suppliers now that makes money from the sports?
So before, you know, I'll have to use this opportunity to thank the powers that be, the Ministry of Health, Sport, and local government, to really, in their wisdom, see that the time is now to really try and assist those people that you mentioned, the service providers and the players, are all stakeholders, you know, to really try to gradually open, and I really want to emphasize on the word gradually reopening the sport, because at this time they are looking at it to open the sport without spectator. So the protocol will dictate without spectator. So service provider will actually have a minimal really earning power at this time to still. So we have to remember that, without spectators.
Then Mr. Vice President, Mr. Director, how you going to make money then if it's without spectators?
No, well, that is why one of the first moves, for me, no, I speak to you from the federation's standpoint, where if we don't really observe and protect and maintain the protocol, that's a COVID protocol, might be it's going to take us a longer time for the other stakeholders to come in, like the service providers. So what we have to do at this time is to try to follow the government protocol which includes some of ours also to ensure that the sport play safety is number one, right? Because we know the pandemic.
So we are getting the freedom to play, but not the freedom to earn.
Right. So I wouldn't say that, because while people might don't really come to the venue itself, if you looked at some countries, like for example the game last night, nobody or a lot of people not at the stadium, but they're at some entertainment venue with the minimum requirement there. So people still will be earning from the sport when it open. But at the stadium, the service provider will be minimal.
The television providers and other network persons and game officials will earn, but not necessarily like vendors and gate management, security.
Right. Those people will have to wait a while. And I would say gate management still have to exist, but at a minimal, because you don't want it for free for all. You don't want people who are not supposed to be there try to be there. So security at a minimal, service providers at a minimal, because you're still going to have people going to hang around, but not at the stadium.
We get it. MoneyMatters get it. At the beginning, at the bare minimum, these providers and stakeholders will start to earn something that they were not earning just by the opening. But it won't be on a large scale and a big scale, but it's a start. And we welcome the start.
Yes. Yeah, and we do too, and we have to. We have to start somewhere.
Okay. So as a businessman and a person that earns from that arena, you understand exactly what it means for health before money. And I am happy.
Health before wealth.
well, there's a question. Hold on.
I know you might say wealth will make you be healthy, but trust me, health at this time is a paramount, important part of life. I am here speaking with you now, and a lot of our relatives are away, on the earth or somewhere, ill or something. So we have to give thanks to be here. So we have to protect health.
All right. The question is being asked: Will there be the things will be televised, whether on YouTube or that you guys can make money from ad revenue, although you're not making it from gate attendance?
Right. So the marketing arm, we're referring to football in general, because at this time we're just going to look at the Premier League, right? The parish level will be later, because we want to use the Premier League as a stepping stone to really look at the Premier League to ensure that we get it right before we ask of the government to assist us in the lower leagues.
Okay, well,
so yes, we'll have all the medias, we'll have all the media covers at the Premier League.
Okay. So televised. So that's how we're going to make some money, because we look at the money side of things, No matter what we talk about, money matters.
I know, but you see, I have to really remind us, that I know you're speaking about the money, but I want to re-emphasize the safety, because if we don't do that, we're not going to be able to move to the next level, which is even trying to ask the government to look at more people at the stadium. Yeah?
Okay.
Apart from those that participating in the competition, and that is our next step. But if we don't pass this one, we will not reach there for a long while.
All right. We want to take the time out to welcome Senator Damian Crawford. Out of his busy time, he's joining us. We have Phil Potts. We have Eiko Clovis. He's a friend of yours. We have King Graham. Clovis
is a Brazilian.
Okay.
The former coach, the former national coach.
Okay, so we have, well, it's the first time we have in persons from Brazil joining. We have as far as Germany and Australia, but welcome, Brazilian. Welcome, welcome. I will not speak any Spanish tonight. No habla el español. For the purpose of this program, most of us are Jamaicans. All right. So, Mr. Anderson, as we move on to the suppliers of the service, you are saying that persons like the security personnel, concessionaires, and those persons will still make money by providing limited service, right? Now I
don't know about like much on the concessionaire side, but like on the security side, because they'll have to help us to ensure that the right people come in. They've done the test, you know, because the protocol will have to observe, and you'd have to observe from the entrances.
Okay.
And if you have entrance check, you will have to have security there.
Okay. So what we find happening? My pleasure to be watching this live. Thank you, sir. So what we are looking at is that you have contact sports that is mainly affected. And the contact sport is the one that usually generate the most income, especially in Jamaica. Because table tennis and what we call the minor sports, they are important because everybody can't play the same sports. But those sports are
minor sports. Remember I don't deal with minor sport and major sport. I just deal with sport. But I understand what they're saying, but my colleagues will crucify me, you know, because I wear another hat from the JOA side that we have 40 odd association, and all of them are important to us. Very important.
Right. Again,
so you can use it, but I'm not gonna use that. I just use sport. But I understand.
All right. Well, okay. Well, what we want to get out, you know, is that for probably like a badminton and a table tennis, those are never normally the revenue generating sports. The revenue generating sports are the football, like with Manning Cup and Premier League. We have the cricket. We have the track and field champs. You know, those are the big ticket sports. Welcome, Rakesh, in USA. So those are the big ticket sports, and we want to get behind how soon then will be ready for these level of contact sports and the bubble that we have heard all over the place. Will it be affordable here? So
we are just go back again, and pardon me if I sound that I stick to safety, because we know that with safety we can move to the next level. So what we and I speak from the football side now. What we doing at the football side now is trying our ever best to stick to protocol, the COVID protocol. Stick to all of the requirement that we should really have to ensure that the game is played as the government instructed us to do, right? Now, if we do that, then later we'll move to the next level, because they will really assess us. The ministries will assess us to see how much we are compliant. And if we do so, then we'll have to convince them that we can move to the next level gradually. Now, so that is why I am actually stick to the safety part of the protocol at this time. Because if we don't get that right, well, only vaccine will help us to move to the next level. Follow me? So for the monetization part of the whole exercise,
yes,
the main part of it is to get the medical or the safety side of the sport right. And that is where our concentration is on. Our focus is on that as we speak. And you'll follow the news that a time where I'm not gonna say that whatever I do, we might do still have positive along the way, but we will manage it. and is how best we can manage it. Now, if we don't really observe the protocol at this time, we will never reach that era at the shortest possible time that we want. So right now, for the Premier League, all the clubs are aware that what we expect of them. That is why in the wisdom of the JFF and the Premier League professional committee, they believe that we will only play at 3 venues. And why they choose 3 venues is 3 venues that really we can do all of this. That's what I have said to you. We can manage the sport, protect the sport in the protocol way that the government and the sport required.
Oh, so that will be part of the bubble. The control environment.
I'll say semi-bubble. I'll say semi-bubble because if it's fully bubble, you'll have to have them over a period of time, you know, one location, and you know the procedure. So I will say semi-bubble, test and play, and secure.
Well, I am happy for that guidance, you know, because yesterday Senator Crawford and Phil Potts and myself and a few others, we had a conversation about the ball being played and how the youngsters would have been playing to get scholarships, and the money side to go overseas that would help the parents and help their school fees and all of those things. And we were wondering how will it be done, but now there will be some semi-bubble, some control environment, just certain venues to be used.
Right. But so you have to look at apart from now looking at the safety side, the venue itself will assist us in that way also, because you'll agree with me that if you play the sport where you're just telling people not to turn up and you don't have a fence or a wall or some secure venue to really prevent that, people will turn up because you know most people love football. So what we have to do is protect ourselves and protect our stakeholder and protect the sport to get it to the monetization level that we want it to be. We have to make sure that at this time we protect it. So the venues we'll consider is the stadium, Sabina Park, and Stadium East. Other venue is looking at, but at this time, those are the 3 venues that I think the last meeting we had that they sign off on.
Okay. But you know what is interesting? With the way how you plan to run this thing, then more sponsors will be on board, because by virtue of you going to televise, then sponsors would have a bigger reach. So now the sponsorship dollar or the amount of sponsors would want to come on board. Is that a reasonable assumption?
So you'd have to, again, using this opportunity, and you know, it's no secret, we have our chairman for the professional league, Chris, and his team is doing a good job so far. And can you imagine the sport is not yet kicked off? And they actually somewhere 80–90% of their objective in terms of the amount of partnership they really require to start the sport. So for me, I am comfortable on that here to know that when the sport kick off, even without spectators, it will start with a bang. Yes, the TV rights and it will start with a bang. People will stay home and watch a game for now, yeah? So it will start with a bang. So they'll get the TV rights and the sponsorship from the TV side will get their pound of flesh. A lot of people will stay home and watch it.
You know, it's the first I'm actually putting myself in this frame of mind that sponsorship will increase, televised games will be done, persons will stay home and comfortably watch, and they will pay to get this because they will be feeling more safe than going out amongst the crowd. Well, I don't think MoneyMatters have looked at it that way. So I think you have really explained the money side to us, because those 4 areas are serious money. Sponsors are coming and they don't see the product yet. We are happy to hear.
So they actually, most sponsors believe in football, you know, and they are most sponsors who really want to reach out to community development. They will use football as the vehicle. Apart from that, you have good citizens, you have good corporate citizens who really want to help the country. So they'll work with that. But again, and pardon me if I sound like a scratch record, yeah? But I just want to continue to ask the people that when we have the kickoff, either this month or next month, and you know this, I said this month or next month, right? Because I'm not really afraid to really state the date, but I know based on the plans, we will be kicking off sometime. But when we kicked off, we want the people, or the spectator, the supporter, the partners, to bear with us. Just bear with us. If we state no spectator, no spectator. And it means no gathering near the stadium, yeah? Because that will affect the whole team also. So just stay home and watch a game. Then, when we move to the next level, might be a venue that can hold 30,000. The government might give us an okay to have 200. You know, 200 whatever. Right? Just let us move to the stages. Yeah? And when we reach to that promised number, we're asking that everybody, this is the same song that you play now, that freedom. Song will be freedom. Give a freedom.
You know, before
that will be the song.
Again, we're going to run that song because
from the church to the school, we want them to remember just the national color. Yellow, black, green. Wear it. When that day come, and we just said, yes, we reached to the level that we want. Even 200, 300, whatever, we start the freedom. So start wear your colors, because that's the direction. I mean, thank you, government. You have helped us to really start to enjoy the game.
Well, Mr. Senior Vice President, I am going to say we have to welcome Shelly Thunder, Sanjay, yes, Shemoy. We're welcoming you from all over, because some of these persons are overseas, but you hit the nail on the head about freedom. And with the freedom, money can be made, and money will be made, because we've seen sponsorship coming on board, sponsors coming on board already. The semi-bubble has been worked out, and we are ready. We are ready to go for sports in Jamaica at this time and to make money from it. So freedom we're going to give you again, and take it out with this one.
So if we get the freedom, and I know that based on the news that sorry.
All right. No man, it's your night, you know. It's your night, because you're telling us the business of sports and the money that is going to be made from it.
So if we do what we have to do, the disciplinary side of it again, and we get freedom, whichever time before, we know the league will finish somewhere in June. But don't forget that we have the Gold Cup, that's a football federation. We have the Gold Cup, and we have the World Cup qualifiers.
Okay.
So real freedom. We'll have real freedom before the year finish. And then all of the service providers, all of the partners in football, all of the supporters in football, they will have their time. And I can tell you that whatever you lose last year, just call it a loss. But you will be free and happy. I don't know financially how to measure that, Delroy, but I know that somebody or some people will silently tell you that really the sport, because they miss it so much and it's back to its fullest, they will just continue supporting the so service providers, all people who make money or invest in sport, whichever way, they will be happy. So all we have to do now is to just ensure that we do our part. And our part is to comply with the protocol. Just comply. And then we can move to the next level. gradually.
Comply with the protocol.
The COVID protocol.
Because we are Money Matters. It seems like I now need to go and see the media stocks that are out there, that all the sponsorship and the televised things will be going through, and probably get a piece of one of those companies. So I think I'm hinting at something, because it seems like that is where the money is going to be channeling.
It will.
Media house that have content to show. So Money Matters giving some takeaway. We must comply with the protocols. Making money from the existing sports that you love. We must think of safety first. We will have less venues. We will going to start with a bang. People will stay home and watch. The community will be more involved, and the disciplinary side of it is what matters most. Stuff beauty, CDD Joe. All right, all of you join in when we are leaving. Remember, Money Matters is at 8:30 to 9. And we're going to take it out now with the Freedom song from Mr. Anderson. And thank you for coming, sir.
And thank you for having me. And thank your followers, you know, because they will spread the news, and we will have freedom. We will have freedom.
Thank you. And if you want to know more about what is going on, follow Raymond Anderson at Raymond_Sanderson. Find him and follow him. You will know more of what is going on with making sports a business in Jamaica. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, man. Take care.
Take care. Shark, big up Shark Jill. Freedom. Take me higher.